Ooh, that cup is very hot. It's one of those metal cups, and I didn't grab it by the handle, as you saw. And that was quite hot, very hot actually. Like, this is right out of the pot, just hot as hell. Well, it's not a pot, it's an AeroPress, so it goes right in, and it's hot. Anyways. What's up, guys? Tyler here. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about two of my favorite lenses for landscape photography, and we're going to be talking about a wannabe third lens that I don't currently have. We're going to be talking about these two lenses. As you saw in my last video, I did tell you that they're f4, but I wanted to talk about them because I use these pretty much on daily. So I want to talk about them, and I got like one comment asking why f4 for both. So I thought that I would cover that in this video, and yeah, so we're gonna get into it. All right, we're gonna start off with the 16 to 35 mil. This lens, as I said in the last video, hang on, I'm gonna just gonna move that coffee because it keeps like wobbling and stuff because this table is kind of wobbly. Anyways, back to this 16-35. I bought this lens on Facebook buy and sell. I bought it from a guy that was just getting rid of it, and I really wanted a 16-35 for vlogging and getting wide angle shots, and I didn't really have that as of then. All I had was my 24 to 105 and my 50 mil, and neither one of those would go wide enough to like vlog, and if they did, then I'd have to like grab it by the end of the lens and like hold it out, and it was ridiculous. It just wasn't great. So I went and I got this 16-35, and actually the same day when I was finding this, I also found my 7200, and basically both the guys I bought them from were just wanting to get rid of them. They didn't want them anymore. So I got them at a fairly decent price, I thought. And f4, I didn't really care. This 16-35 has image stabilization on it, which is good. That's why it's got the little red thing, I think. I think all the ones with red have IS in them. But anyways, this is like probably my most used lens between the two. Just because I vlog with it and do all that kind of stuff, and most of my landscapes are wide, so I use this quite a bit. The thing I like about it is it's just it's a nice light. It's not like the 2.8, and it's nice and light. That's one benefit. But I hardly ever shoot anything that I need 2.8, so I went with the f4, and it was cheaper. I didn't really have the money to spend on a 2.8, so I went the f4, and to be honest, I really don't see a reason why I would get the 2.8. Maybe if I started doing like astro, or if I was shooting at like night, or if I was shooting in low light, maybe I would get the 2.8, but I don't shoot a whole lot in low light. Like I pretty much shoot in daytime when these lenses are kind of decent enough to use. So I just really don't see the need to spend more money on a lens that this works fine. So yeah, that's kind of the story between 16 and 35. I'm gonna throw up a couple of pictures here. I'll just let me do its thing in the post-production. So a lot of these, probably most of the shots that I just showed you, they're just probably mountain shots because I love the mountains. But yeah, I use this lens quite a bit, and I really like it. It's probably my favorite. It's probably my favorite landscape lens, just because you can shoot so wide with it, and you can just get a lot more width. You can get a lot more just in your shots. You can just, like, I feel like I can stand on the edge of mountains and the edge of places that like I normally couldn't before, and now I can, and I can get everything right in front of me and out there. So that's the one benefit that I really love about it. That you can just get so much with without going so far out and whatnot. If that made any sense. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna go to the 7200 now. This lens. This is also a f4 lens. It doesn't have IS, which kind of sucks, but at the same time, I don't ever really shoot with it unless I'm using a tripod for like 90% of the time. So it doesn't really hurt me a whole lot. And if I am not using a tripod, then I just bump up my shutter speed and it works fine. Honestly, it works fine for what I need it for. And like I said, 90% of the time I'm shooting on a tripod. So it's not like it's bad. It's like, I definitely would love to have an f2.8 IS, all that kind of stuff. I probably won't have this lens for like a crazy long time, but for right now, it was affordable, and I just really wanted a 7200, and I didn't feel like spending like $2,000 on a 7200. So this was definitely a lot cheaper. I really did get this for a really good price, and for what I use it for right now, it does the job, does what I need to do, and I love it. So I really love this lens. I shot a couple of these pictures. I'm just gonna put them up. Especially if you look at the picture behind me, I shot that picture with this lens. It was in Banff, and my brother and I, we went to Banff. We went skiing, and then I made him get up super early so I could go and take pictures because I really wanted to, and I told him that would be our deal, that we could go skiing, but I would also get a morning or a day to take pictures, and we only went for like 2 days. So I was like, dude, you gotta be up at like 7 o'clock. We're gonna go hit the mountains. I wanna take some pictures, yada, yada, yada. Actually, I'll tell you a quick story behind that picture, because that's probably one of my favorite pictures. That's why I blew it up and whatnot. We were driving to Jack Lake, I think it's what it's called. And we were driving, there was a little bend, and my brother was, I think my brother was driving. And I was like, no, I think I was driving. I can't remember. It doesn't matter who's driving. I looked over and I saw that mountain, and it was like way in the distance. And I was like, oh, dude, that'd be so awesome. There was a little bit of fog or clouds or whatever just rolling right on top of it. I was like, oh, that just looks really good. And the sun hadn't really broken through yet, so it was still kind of like, it was there, and it was kind of had that nice, that's why this side is kind of like orangey yellow. It was kind of like just kind of getting there, but not quite really yet. And I was like, Braden, we stopped the car. Like, I'm pretty sure he was driving, to be honest. I was like, pull over, like, and there was traffic, there was cars, there was everything. And I was like, dude, I gotta take this picture. Literally, we stopped, we pulled over, I grabbed my camera, and I snapped like, I think I have like 30 pictures of it, because I was just like, literally the cloud or fog or whatever was just, it was going fast. And I was like, I gotta get this picture, and I gotta get it now. And yeah, I just banged off a couple pictures, and I looked at it once because I was like, I just want to make sure that I got it right, and just that it looks okay. Just because I wasn't really 100% sure how it would look, because it was still kind of dark out, but like everywhere else was really dark, but that one particular spot was kind of light because of the sun. So I was like, I just gotta make sure. But yeah, I took a couple pictures, banged those off, and then we went to Jack Lake, and I took a bunch of pictures and yada yada. And I came home and literally this was the first picture that I looked at, and I was like, nailed it, love it. Literally, I edited it and I was like, I want to print it, and I printed it. And then I have not got a frame, so it is hung by pins in the wall. So yeah, that's yeah. So yeah, I didn't ever get a frame, and I was going to, but I just haven't. So now there's pinholes in it. So probably gonna get a frame soon for that, so I can frame it. Yeah. Anyways, back to the 7200. Yeah, this lens is probably my second favorite lens. I really, honestly, I do love my 60 and 35, but I do love my 7200 as well. I have got a lot of good shots with my 7200. I did take a couple photos a while back with it. I'm not going to show them just because there are a couple pictures and I don't want to show them. Actually, but whatever. I would show them, but I'm not going to. Yeah, I took a couple pictures with it for that shoot, and it just really, the bokeh on it was just amazing. This is just an amazing lens when you use it, and if you just nail the right stuff at the right time, this lens really puts out a good product, and really it's a really good lens for images. I really quite enjoy it, and I'm super happy that I now have one. I've wanted one of these for like ever. Like since I started photography, I was like, I need a 7200, but I never had any money, so so I never got one. And then I still didn't have any money, and I was just like, do you know what? I need one. It's gonna help me in the future, and I wasn't gonna spend like $2,000 on it because I didn't have $2,000 at the time. So yeah, I was just like, okay, we're gonna get it, and we're gonna just use it until you can afford something else. And we're here now, and I still don't have anything better, but it's to come. It's coming. It's coming. I hope. My only other lens that like I said, I would get is like was it 24 to 70 or 20 to 70 or 30, whatever. 20 to 25, I think it's 24 to 70, I think is what it is. I think, I can't remember. These two lenses are like my main things, so yeah, I don't really use anything really in between. And basically, if I really wanted, I have like 16, 35 and 7200, so I mean, unless I really need that change, I don't really see the need in me getting it personally. But yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and hopefully you guys got some value out of it. Hopefully you guys kind of look at the cheaper options of lenses and kind of weigh it out. Like I said, it really depends on what you're doing. Depends on what you're using them for. Like I said, I get a lot of use and value out of these. These are like my everyday lenses I use all the time, and they work pretty good for me for what I do. So yeah, so hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like rating, make sure to subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Bye.